So I'm looking at the 12 volt range, and I've never seen so many different tools. Some of the stuff here I've never seen before, and I thought I knew a hell of a lot about power tools and all the different ranges, but actually there's so much on the market, and some of the stuff here I'm going to pick a couple of bits out as we go through. So take this for example. This is a brushless Combi dual driver. They call it the 6-in-1, so I suppose that's because there's all these different attachments. Nice little feature there. You can have that as your drill driver, leave the bit in. You can get your 90-degree chuck. You can put that on in any position. You've got your regular chuck, your keyless chuck. Again, you can put that on, so you can pilot stuff. You can pull it off, you can screw straight in, so you can do that all with one hand. Nice. And then you've got a nice little, perfect for your kitchen boxes, your kitchen units and that sort of stuff. But the weight of that to the power and the runtime is absolutely amazing. I mean, this is going to change a lot of people's lives. I mean, you feel how light, well, you can't feel how light this is, but I'm telling you how light this is. And you look a lot across the range here. You could have one bag, you can probably have 15 kilograms worth of tools in it, and you can carry it on the tube train, you can go upstairs with it, you can, yeah, it's pretty revolutionary. So let's move along and have a little look through. So we've got some impact wrenches here. We've got like 1/4, 3/8, ½ inch, all pretty similar. Belt clips as well. Now this circular saw has got the blade on the side of the fence I like to use for doing stud work. So that will easily cope with CLS. So I use a lot of CLS, and I use my speed square. So I mark my CLS and I run that against the speed square. So that's a really nice compact tool. Another thing that'd be good for, laminate flooring, boys, or any kind of flooring in fact, even if you're doing a structural deck, a chipboard deck, chipboard floor, that's an ideal thing for that as well. And what I also like about having the blade close to this side as opposed to on the opposite side is if I am doing a long rip, I'll drop my level down and I'll run it along the side of the level. So where you might use a rail saw, sometimes, you know, it just takes too long to get your rails out, put your rails down. I do it with this. So for first fix work, that's really handy. And again, the weight of that, I reckon it's no more than 4 kilos. This SDS drill, about the noise. That's an SDS drill. I mean, that is lighter and smaller than my first battery drill. I got my first battery drill, I'd say in 1992, 93, so going back a long time. This will do 12 mil, okay, into concrete. It may even go up to 16 mil. So if you're using, say, for when I'm doing a lot of roofing work and I'm putting pole plates on the sides of walls, I used to always have a corded SDS out. That's a real liability. This thing, again, you know, I'm sure is there a belt clip for this? You can belt clip that on. These small power hacksaws, again, something that you couldn't have years ago. Whole range of other stuff. You've got inspection cameras as well, running off the same system. So one of the things that's really fascinated me here is, as I said earlier, there's 75 different versions of cordless tools here, some of which I can't ever remember seeing in a corded version. I think that's a testimony to the technology, and imagine what the future's going to hold. So who's this range, the M12 range, aimed at? Well, I would say it's aimed at pretty much any tradesman, but if you're the kind of tradesman who've got to park up somewhere, you've got to find a meter, you're probably going to be a good few paces from where you're going to work, or you're working at an airport, you're working on a tube station, you know the rules, you want to get as much together and carry it safely as possible. You could probably get half a dozen tools and one set of batteries with you and go and do the work. I mean, that's amazing to think you couldn't do that years ago. So if you want to travel light, the M12 range is probably what you need. Join us next time, we've got some more Milwaukee tools to show you.